Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. This video is all about Jupiter transit in Pisces zodiac sign for Leo ascendant or Leo zodiac sign. If you're Leo zodiac sign, if you're Leo ascendant, this video would be applicable for you, and also for all the people who are learning Vedic astrology can also get benefited through this video. Okay, so to get into the video, what I would like to tell you is basically Jupiter is transiting into the 8th house. So first and foremost thing, Jupiter is the most auspicious planet of all the 9 planets, and also Jupiter is the karaka for wealth. Jupiter is the karaka for marriage. Jupiter is the karaka for for career. Okay, Jupiter is the karaka for relationships. So during this point of time, Jupiter is transiting into 8th house. So 8th house brings sudden ups and downs. So 8th house talks about obstacles, challenges, diseases, debts, and 8th house also talks about misfortunes. 8th house also talks about debts, and 8th house also talks about calamities. 8th house talks about longevity. Okay, and 8th house talks about secret enemies. 8th house talks about stealing, theft, and 8th house talks about scandals, difficulties, impediments, grief, unhappiness, and also sins that were committed in the past life. Okay, and of course, if you talk about the sins that were committed in the past life, our entire birth chart is basically predominantly talk about your sins committed in the past life. But let me tell you one more thing. Okay, so Jupiter being a most benefic planet happening into the 8th house, although 8th house karakatwas or 8th house significators are basically not so really good, and it's all negative stuff. But Jupiter being a positive planet, you won't be really facing that much of negative effects with the blessings of planet Jupiter, which is benefic planet again. Okay, so Jupiter in the 8th house brings sudden ups and downs. Okay, so if at all Jupiter is placed very badly in the horoscope, obviously you'll see some kind of not so good amount of development in your business as well as your career. Okay, Jupiter is a karaka for career as well. Jupiter is a karaka for power and authority as well. What are the karakatwas of Sun, Mars, Jupiter could able to provide. Okay, and also if you talk about the wealth, so obviously I'll be giving the first rank to Venus, and the second rank I would like to give it for Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter placement is very much important for you to get abundance and prosperity in your life. So Jupiter in the 8th house may not be able to provide you that, and there will be some kind of hard work and struggle and some kind of obstacles and challenges that you need to face in order to get that. Okay, and Jupiter in the 8th house also brings some kind of friction with your in-laws. Okay, you'll be having some kind of complaining attitude or a blaming attitude towards your relatives as well as your in-laws. Most importantly, in-laws, because 8th house talks about in-laws. Okay, because 8th house is the second from the 7th house. Okay, 2nd house talks about family. Okay, 7th house talks about spouse. So 8th house is the second from the 7th house. So which talks about the family of your spouse, which is nothing but in-laws. Okay, so you got to maintain cool, and your communication has to be polite and humble enough to ensure that you'll be having a good relationship with your in-laws. And also 8th house, Jupiter in the 8th house also brings some kind of calamities. Calamities as in, like, in the native terms we can talk about probably in terms of repaying your debt. Okay, there will be some kind of obstacles, and also in terms of dispersing your loan. If at all you want to take some kind of loan from the bank, that would be a little difficult process, and you might be asked to get a lot of documentation, and sometimes you won't get the approvals on time, and also people will not be in your favor. All that stuff generally happens from the presence of 8th house. There are only 3 houses which are called as upachaya houses, which are basically which you need to keep alert on it depending upon the planets. Like malefic planets like Rahu, Ketu works really well in the 6th, 8th and 12th houses. Ketu works so well in the 12th house because Ketu being the moksha karaka, he'll be able to give you the liberation if at all Ketu is placed into the 12th house. Anyhow, coming back to the topic, we are talking about the benefic planet Jupiter. So Jupiter in the 8th house also brings some kind of ill fame and reputation and bad reputation, because 8th house talks about fame and reputation, and Jupiter placement into the 8th house brings ill fame and bad reputation. Okay, so you got to maintain your communication has to be good enough in order to maintain the cordial relationship with the people, because that might create some kind of friction okay, some kind of blames, unnecessary allegations, unnecessary controversies that you might need to face if at all Jupiter is happen to be situating in the 8th house, because this transit is happening in the 8th house for Leo zodiac sign. Okay, so Leo naturally, Leo zodiac sign people are naturally blessed with authoritative qualities and administrative qualities. They can able to cope up the pressure, they can able to withstand with the challenges which Jupiter is providing it to you during this point of time. They can able to win in the life, they can able to get the success out of not many obstacles and hard work that they'll be putting in terms of achieving their goals. So nothing to worry about it. So only thing is you need to maintain the cool confidence. You need to have a polite and humble attitude, and also do some sort of meditation, do some sort of charity to the people, so that would help you to get good amount of joy and happiness to do something good in your life. Okay, so that is the only remedy that I would like to give you for Leo zodiac sign people. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If at all you need my astrological consultations, the link is mentioned in the description section. Do book for an astrological consultation. Once I get a consultation order, I'll be able to help you with the complete analysis pertaining to your individual birth chart. So once you learn the strength of the planets in your individual birth chart, it will be very easy for you to understand the Vedic transits which I'm talking about. Okay, so if at all you are very new to Vedic transits, look into my videos. I would have talked about the significance of 8th house, significance of Jupiter, significance of transit. What is transit? I would have spoke about it. Okay, so please do check that video. You'll be able to have a better picture. Probably I'm planning to make another video on what exactly is this Vedic transit and how the planets will be affecting these transits. I'll be making one video for you to watch. Okay, so please book for an astrological consultation. The link is mentioned in the description section. Once I get a consultation order, I'll be able to help you with the complete analysis pertaining to your individual birth chart. Okay, so see you in the consultation. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.